Big Kev.
The word, Brody.
Hey man, we got a little bit of injuries going down the pike.
A little bit.
Little bit, but hey, we gonna get to it. Caleb Williams looking sharp in his quest on having a 70% completion rate. And hey, that secondary took another hit in injury, but we also got some additions. We're gonna talk about that, but of course, y'all gotta hear that music first. For another episode of Chicago Bears Central. I'm your host here, Stevo Speaks, and your boy Big Kev. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to leave a call or text, it's 773-242-9336. It's your boys here. Hey, we finna get straight into it. How you feeling though, Big Kev?
Oh, man, I already been up and doing what I had to do. Things been done since 6 o'clock this morning, baby. But we on. Let's get it.
Hey, that's been me all week. That's all I've been looking at is damn light in this damn computer. But let's get straight into it. So, as y'all see in the thumbnail and in the topic, hey, we got a little bit of an injury scare. As of today, Luther Burden and Tyrique Stevenson had a little bit of an injury scare, more on the Luther Burden side, who gingerly walked off the field with a seemingly some type of leg injury. We still don't know exactly what it is. Tyrique Stevenson seemed to basically hurt his ass, but he was able to return. But I think he was still favoring his lower back and his ass. So, I think a little bit more worried is the Luther Burden side. What is your concern level when it comes to this recent news that we just learned?
I mean, you just adding them to the list of players that's going to be nursing injuries throughout camp. This is the time for it to happen, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Rather than in week 7, week 10, week 14, when you need these guys to be out there playing through injuries. Right now, the Bears are going to err on the side of caution with pretty much every player, even reserves. Man, you got. I mean, so far this week, bro, we've already lost Kobe Bryant for we don't know how long. As Coach came out and said, y'all, I don't know where y'all got that information from, so we don't know exactly how long Kobe's going to be out. Of course, Montez Sweat, he didn't practice today. Dallas Flowers, Javarius Owens, Ezzy Omume is a crazy name, but he got hurt too. Braxton Jones. The list goes on. As far as the injuries for today, I think Luther Burden is going to be fine. He did walk off with a little bit of a limp, but like I said, if this were later in the season, he would be right on the sideline getting treatment and getting right back in the game. But because it's camp and it's practice and it's preseason, they're just going to make sure they don't have them out there just risking it for no reason,
Yeah, I just hope it's nothing seemingly similar to what he was dealing with in the first training camp that he had, because he missed pretty much the nice extensive time in the training camp because of that lower leg injury that he did have last season. But yeah, it happened in between a one-on-one between him and Tyrique, and they just seemingly got tangled up in the route, and he came down a little gingerly and came down a little awkward. So it might just be a little tweak, a little pull maybe, but hopefully it's nothing like a soft tissue injury. Like I said, it's nothing we really want to see, because as we know, Luther's been looking great. He's up there as Luther, Colston. He's one of those people that's been straight locked in with Caleb Williams and the rest of the crew. So obviously, that's not something we technically want to hear. But like we all been saying for the rest of these injuries, get that shit out early. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. And like you said, it's training camp, so they're not gonna play with it. They're gonna take him off the field, diagnose what's the issue, and I'm sure we're gonna see him back at some point, but I think it's going to be very selective of how they're going to do things from now on for everybody.
For sure, man. Again, and this is the way it's supposed to be. And just look at the onus that Ben Johnson put on toughness in this training camp, and that's why you're starting to see the types of things that are happening, because everybody's going that extra mile to play hard, even in camp. right now. So I don't expect these things to linger, especially for what we saw today. We know that the most serious injury is not Braxton, but Kobe. Hopefully, Braxton is all right. He didn't practice today. Montez Sweat didn't practice today, but hopefully they're all right. They're just keeping them out to make sure that they just get those nicks and bruises together before the first preseason game on Saturday. And I doubt many starters are going to play on Saturday anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen at all. But yeah, and then with Tyrique Stevenson injury, like I said, just seemed like something he was able to just shake off a couple plays later because he did return back onto the field.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
he gonna get back out there because he got to get in the
it's a major year for him.
yeah, he got to get in stay in their graces. Like he got to go out there and play hard even in practice. So if it wasn't nothing really serious, even if it's just a ass issue as you said earlier, he gonna shake it off, rub some dirt on it, and keep it moving.
Yeah, for sure. Now to get into a more positive, more upbringing of conversation because I'm tired of talking about all these injuries, to be honest with you. But the good thing that we're constantly hearing that we keep hearing good days, and with day 8 coming to conclusions, another great day to add with Caleb Williams being sharp. We already know his talking points. We already know his goals, and getting that completion rate is up. And for the most part, it sounds like he's doing it. I think think in and off on practice today, they was down. I want to say a touchdown or two, and he marched down and delivered a nice strike to I want to say Roma Dunze
Yeah,
to
it
end
was
us off.
wrong.
Yeah, to finish off practice. So just dialed in, still showing that clutch gene that's within him. So, like, what's your thought process of constantly hearing more positive? To be honest, only been one really negative day, and it was an offensive cluster problem to begin with. Which wasn't just Caleb. So, what was your thought process hearing the more consistent great days that he's having in training camp?
So it's basically just really the 2 minute warnings that the
Yeah.
2 minute drills that they're doing. And Caleb thrives in those high pressure situations. Just like today. It was
Yeah.
the end of the 2 minute drill. He threw a bullet to Roma Dunze. And he kind of avoided getting sacked by Austin Booker to throw a
Mm-hmm.
30 to 30-yard touchdown as well to Rome as well. So like Caleb is going to do those types of things. Just like last season when we came into last season, everybody's saying the same thing this season. If Caleb is going to take that step forward, it's not the end of the games. It's the first quarter. It's the third quarter. It's the layups. It's the 5-yard outs. It's the comeback plays, the hitches, the overthrows, the underthrows. Like those things are going to have to be worked out in year 3, and I think he's going to do it. He's in the playbook for the second year. Ben Johnson is Ben Johnson. I'm sure they have a strong relationship, and we're gonna see. We've already seen it, Steve-O. Just this time last year, it was a lot more murky for the offense. Now the offense is just fast. They out there killing the
Yep.
defense in a lot of cases. So yeah, I'm happy to see it, man. I'm excited to see Caleb play at least one preseason because they only do three games. I don't think he's going to play in the first game, even though that's their only home game. But that second game, we'll probably get to see a couple of series of Caleb. That's what I want to see, if he can do the dink and dunks as opposed to the 30, 40-yard passes, the avoiding sacks and all of that, because we know he can do those things.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. In order for his completion ratio to get up, it's just taking what the defense give him. The 10 yards, 15-yard throws, you got to make them. Of course, your wide receivers got to catch them, but there's more time, more often than not, that there was a lot of dirt balls and a lot of passes that sailed over people's heads. If you could clean up them passes, like people are saying all around the league. Saquon just said it. That's when he's going to become as scary that he's already is. So, yeah, year 3, going into year 3, this is the year that most people expect a flip. And we already seen that flip starting to start flipping last year. Now it's to see if he can flip it completely on his head now. And I'm expecting him to do it. And as of training camp, he's showing that he's gradually getting better, especially in the accuracy category.
Mm-hmm.
But to go on to back into the little injury news, but also more into some signing news, we did go and the Bears did announce that we did sign 2 players, 2 DBs, Brandon Hill and William Wright. Now, I do believe Brandon Hill did spend some time with the Houston Texans, and I think William Wright was the one that was with the Tennessee Titans at one point. And honestly, these are guys that are, I'm not gonna say really competing for spots per se. Yes, they're competing to get on the team, but these are just simply just bodies to hold on until we can get our secondary under control when it comes to these injuries. What's your thought process when you heard this news?
I mean, yeah, that's what it is. You got to put bodies on the field.
Yeah,
It's just one of those things, man, where we're dropping like flies. I love the Xavier Woods signing earlier in the week.
yeah.
But Brandon Hill, William Wright, they trying to get a foothold in the league. They're most likely going to be practice squad type players. But at the end of the day, look, this is their opportunity. We know what next man up means out here in Chicago, man. We saw it last season. Players that went out there and performed, especially on the defense with C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We basically picked him up off the street, and he came in and provided dividends for the Chicago Bears. So if nothing else, man, players come to this culture and they see what it's like, and it's like they get bonus points, they get upgrades in different categories, and go out there and play above their station. And I'm expecting the same from all of these guys to come out and prove that they belong. And if they find themselves on the roster come opening day, they're gonna go out there and perform. It is what it is. Maybe they'll show some flashes in practice and in training. I mean, in preseason games, but I doubt that Tyrique Stevenson is going to be gone for too long, and I doubt that these other guys, Dallas and who was the other one, Dallas and Javarius Owens. Who knows what
And
their injuries?
Javarius, I believe Javarius Owens got waived.
Oh, he out of there.
I think him and we had a Casey. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. They
That
both
last
got
name
waived.
is crazy.
Yeah,
But Dallas is still here then.
yeah. Dallas, he got placed on IR.
Okay. So yeah, they coming in. They got some shoes to fill. They got jobs to do. I expect them to do it.
Yeah. Now, I didn't throw this to you. I'm just kind of bring it up, but we keep hearing the name Caden Davis, who's a wide receiver that we brought onto the team, and somebody said it in I don't know if it was our last video, but one of the last videos. I think the last live and me and Bobby did. He said that based on what Jade Walker did last year, I feel like he should be a mandatory lock for making the squad, or Will mainly saying that he should be the third wide receiver on that spot. But like I've been saying, we constantly keep hearing the name Caden Davis. Do you think that Jade's job is possibly a threat?
I mean, listen, when you're that low on the depth chart, your job is always at risk. Like, it's never a given. I
That's
mean,
why
we
I
love
was,
what we
yeah.
got to see from Jade Walker last season in the preseason. We love what we got to see when he played with like 2 or 3 games toward the end of the season. Even in the playoffs game, he gave us something. But at the end of the day, man, like, you got to bring it when you're number 4, number 5 wide receiver.
Yeah.
You ain't never guaranteed nothing, bro. Like, seriously, like, there's no reason for Jade to feel comfortable at all, whether it was Caden Davis or anybody else.
Because Khalif Raymond has also came in hot as well.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Khalif he's going to be on the team regardless because of
Yeah, I
special
think he's
teams.
probably our third, honestly.
Yeah, and special teams. And we know
Yep.
that he's going to do one of punt or kick return, depending on what they want to do with Thomas. So, like, at the end of the day, man, Jade is going to have to go out there and walk on air the way that he's been doing, and keep showing up. That's it. Like, it's football. It's always going to be somebody on your ass. It's always going to be somebody right behind you. You got to look over your shoulder in these types of situations when you're third, fourth, fifth on the depth chart. So, hey, shout out to the young man for putting that fire on him, bro, because you can't rest on your laurels in this league, bro. Like,
Okay.
it's literally, what have you done for me lately, all the time.
Yep. And I was saying the same thing with Bobby. Like, I love Jade. I love everything he brings. But like you said, when you at the bottom of the depth chart, nobody's job is safe. And it's a what have you done for me lately league. And quite frankly, I said it. Like, he got to come and treat preseason like he treat preseason last year. Like, I have to go off in order, or I have to impress the front office in order to make this squad. Because quite frankly, he did. He went out there, made multiple plays in the preseason last year, and that's why he was able to not only just get a spot, but he I think he made the practice squad at one point. Like, he had to fight to make this point. So you're gonna have to fight again. And quite frankly, you might have to do a little bit more because, like I said, we constantly keep hearing the name Caden Davis coming at your neck. And Khalif Raymond has already made his stamp as probably as wide receiver 3. So you're really fighting for your 4th spot again.
Yep, and hopefully the Luther Burden situation ain't truthfully serious because then that changes things a little bit. But I mean, this was fun, bro.
It was definitely fun. Like I said, we're gonna do these more often on Saturdays, dropping for y'all. We're gonna drop this in a second. But thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna be back next Saturday for another video. Harris and them gonna be back with a live tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in. And we out. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.